Welcome, family and friends. We've come together today, again, this amazing property, to celebrate the love and wedding of Robert Patrick Downs and Joanne Therese Johnston. My name is Rhett Corker and I am a civil celebrant. I am legally registered to solemnise marriages according to the law. And it is my absolute honour to be here today to conduct today's ceremony. Robert and Joe wish to thank you all for being with them today. However far you've travelled from home, they and I extend our warmest thanks to you for your effort to be here and for sharing this special day with them. Robert, Joe and I wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we are on today, the Whadjuk people. We wish to acknowledge their elders, past, present and emerging. Today's ceremony represents a joining of Robert and Joe's family, a formation of a loving and supportive community around them. With this marriage, you are all now connected. Robert and Joe would like to take a moment to also celebrate your contribution. So please, turn to those around you, give a wink, a handshake, a hug, or a high five for a job well done. You can take the opportunity to do that now. Knuckles! I wish to say that we are blessed to have all of you with us today. And while we celebrate being here, we should also celebrate the people that are unable to be with us today. In life, we lose people close to us. However, we know that they are with us during the difficult times, as well as the times we are celebrating. For that reason, I wish to acknowledge those not with us today, in particular Joe's mum, Carol, who was instrumental in getting Robert and Joe together. We know she will be watching on with smiles and sending love. I'm so incredibly honoured to be here today and to be part of such a special day for both of you. I first encountered Robert and Joe's love when we met 6 months ago, and I immediately saw the warmth and care that they held for each other. They laugh, they talk about old times with such a smile, and they have such a calm and endearing kind of love. Robert and Joe met not in the most romantic circumstances. They both laugh now about first meeting in the hospital where Joe's mum, Carol, was being treated. Robert, who was Carol's doctor, asked her how her treatment was going, and she immediately responded by saying that her daughter was single. Carol was a tiger and wouldn't be denied. After admittedly not much hounding, Robert happily agreed to have coffee with Joe in the hospital cafeteria. This coffee was the beginning of a beautiful partnership, and they are both proud to say that Carol was instrumental in their meeting, and now this beautiful wedding today. Robert describes his love of Joe as breathtaking. He is amazed by her calm nature. When he's had a stressful day, she eases his worries immediately. She can simply smile and it makes him carefree. She has been a loving stepmother to his 2 children, Caleb and Poppy, as well as a caring and graceful partner to him over these past 2 years. Joe describes Robert as a loving bear. His hugs are something to behold, she says. She feels at once warm and safe as soon as they embrace. He has been a rock for her during some of the toughest times and a comedian for her during the fun times. Joe's daughter, Petal, loved Robert the moment they met, and the love was certainly and is certainly mutual. And I think we can all see the love and devotion that these two have for one another.
Yeah.
Robert and Joe, today represents a day where not only the two of you join, but so do your families. In particular, Robert's 2 children, Caleb and Poppy, and Joe's daughter, Petal. I would now ask each of the children to step forward and offer their contribution to the Unity Bowl. With this offering, you are now all a part of each other's lives. You are a family united.
Don't hit
Thanks, Caleb, Becky, and Pet. What is love? When we talk about love, often we talk about how people met. But we don't talk about how they keep it going. The romance, the love, and the passion. How do we sustain that across years or across a lifetime? The ancient Greeks had different words for different kinds of love, which makes sense because it is one of the most complex of human emotions. The Greeks talked about eros. This is a passionate love we experience when first falling for a person. Eros, the passionate love we experience when we first fall for a person. The Greeks also talked about philia. This is a love with warmth, a love through companionship. This is a love we would commit our life to. And this is the love we are witness to today. And I think it's fitting that we talk about the ancient Greeks and their concept of love, because Jo often refers to Robert as her Adonis. The love that they show one another, the playful cheekiness that they each embody, which I think we can see today, the support they are for each other during difficult times, and the best friends they are during the happiest times. This is a love they are committing their life to, and this is a love that we celebrate. I'll now ask Charles to step forward and complete a reading for Robert and Jo.
His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Intentions for Life in the New Millennium. Take into account that great love achievements involve great risk, and that a loving atmosphere in your home is the foundation for your life. Be gentle with the earth, be gentle with one another. When disagreements come, always remember to protect the spirit of your union. When you realise you've made a mistake, take immediate steps to correct it. Remember that the best relationships are those in which your love for each other exceeds your need for each other. So love yourselves, love one another, love all that is your life together, and all else will follow. Thank you.
Thanks, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. I now ask Iris to please bring forward the rings. Thanks, Iris. Robert, I'll ask you to repeat it. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Robert Patrick Downs,
to witness that I, Robert Patrick Downs,
take thee, Joanne Therese Johnston,
take thee, Joanne Therese Johnston,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Oh, yes.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Joanne Therese Johnston,
to witness that I, Joanne Therese Johnston,
take thee, Robert Patrick Downs,
take thee, Robert Patrick Downs,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
We'll now take a quick moment to conduct the official aspects of today's ceremony, the signing of the certificates. Please mingle amongst yourselves. After we finish signing the certificates, we will announce the newly married couple, so don't go too far away. After that, we'll also be taking photos over by the eucalyptus tree, so please stick around.
Good one.
Oh, wasn't that lovely? Wasn't that lovely service?
I didn't know you were going to do those.
Oh, yeah.
Or mingling.
Yes, Iris, she's a witness.
Scarlett, you're signing there.
They make a beautiful couple, don't they?
Fantastic.
They're just lovely.
Fantastic. I want to know who Robert's Taylor is.
Rob's Taylor, yeah. It's lovely.
Here is the official wedding sticker. I've been asked by Robert and Joe to finish on a short poem by the great philosopher Dr. Seuss. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep, because reality is finally better than your dreams. And with that, we look forward to both of you living out your beautiful reality. It gives me great pleasure to, for the first time, officially introduce you as Mr. and Mrs. Downs. Robert, you may kiss the bride. Yay, Bob Downs!